Noto. This is about bringing back the sword into the sheath, and there are different possibilities. It's always funny for me when I see beginners picking up their first katana and then trying to bring back the sword into the scabbard. It's quite awkward. So I'll show you some basic ideas how to bring back the blade without hurting yourselves. You've made some kind of technique. The first thing what you do is you bring the scabbard up and in front of you as far as possible. The mouth, the opening of the scabbard is right in front of your mouth, of your face. So I see my opponent and I see the scabbard. I still can look around me. I hold the scabbard, the opening, with the medium finger, the middle finger, and the thumb. Now I start bringing the sword to the scabbard and do it like so. Once again. Details. A big mistake that many do, they bring back the scabbard. So still I have here angulation and I have to look what I'm doing. The trick is the right hand that holds the sword stays up, doesn't move, and the sheath goes, the scabbard goes backward, straight backward. The blade runs on the index finger. The scabbard is just doing, the saya is just doing that backward movement, straight back. That's the way I teach beginners bringing back the sword, because it's very simple and I see what I'm doing. You can do it also then down here, but it's the same principle here. Some they start in the middle of the blade. You can do it as you like. There's also another possibility. You grab the blade in that manner and then you bring it back like that. Now you have to think about how the warrior in the old times were fighting and how they bring back the sword. They always wanted to be ready to fight. They didn't want to have fancy movements. They were practical. They were bringing back the sword nearly completely, and then the rest they were doing slowly. They didn't want to make that big sound, because maybe another opponent just waiting for that sound. Like that I have the blade in front of me and I still can use it very quick if needed. So that's the way I learned it in the past from my teacher, Moshe Castile. So I hold the blade like that, for example, and then I go with a nice movement back into the scabbard. And that's the basic form. So slowly, right hand stays up and the scabbard goes straight back. The angulation gets more and more flat and then the tip falls into the scabbard by itself. Bring back the sword into the belt horizontally and then Noto is finished. That's the way to do it without hurting yourselves. One little important tip: never practice with a sharp blade. Never. I Repeat, never ever train with a sharp blade. When you get a sword, make it dull on the edge and also the tip. Make it a little bit round, and that's safe. Never use a live blade in training. Don't do it. Period. Stay safe.